So we've done one-step equations where you just do one set of inverse operations. We've done two-step equations where you do two steps of inverse operations. And today we're moving on to multi-step, meaning you're going to do 3 or 4 operations.
I love this.
So, for the most part, it's stuff we already know how to do. We're just combining multiple concepts together. So the first thing we do is still draw a line down the equal sign. And that's because it keeps our problem balanced. It allows us to visually see the left and the right side. It allows us to check to make sure we're following all of the steps that are required. Draw a line down the equal sign. Carson. After you draw a line down the equal sign, the next thing we do is the distributive property. And the distributive property, remember, is when there's parentheses. It's when you circle the number outside touching the parentheses and you multiply by everything inside the parentheses. We use the distributive property or the parentheses. Sometimes there aren't any parentheses and we can skip step 2. The third thing we need to do is we need to combine like terms. And remember, like terms have identical variables. Like terms have identical variables.
Wait, is this like the question that was on the testing that was on my...
Okay, so who can give me an example of like terms? What and what would be like terms? Paige, what's one set?
3y and 2y.
3y and 2y would go together. Haley, did you have one? What? 1x and 5x. Safi. Perfect. That's what I was looking for as my other example. 10 and 12 have identical variables. What are their identical variables?
No variables.
No variables. They're both constants, but they can go together.
I have another example and it's really good.
What?
2yz and then 5yz.
2yz and 5yz. Skylar? X and x. Good. They don't have to have coefficients. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, focus back. Tanner. Number 4. After you draw a line down the equal sign, look to see if there's the distributive property. Combine like terms. Then we move to what we've been doing. Circle the constant and draw a square around the coefficient. Circle the constant, draw a square around the coefficient. Step 5 would be use inverse operations to move the constant and the coefficient.
Inverse operations.
So draw a line down the equal sign. Distribute if necessary. 3 is to combine like terms. 4 is to circle the constant, draw a box around the coefficient. 5 is use inverse operations to move the constant and the coefficient. And 6 is not necessary, but you should do it. You should use your calculator to check it.
I like your dress.
Ready to practice? We have 3 practice problems.
Oh, yay.
Write down 38 equals negative 12y minus 6 plus y. 38 equals negative 12y minus 6 plus y.
1y.
Okay, I hear people saying plus 1y. Good. We never want to see a lonely variable.
Because
Because he doesn't need to be alone.
it's like some people in the room.
Draw a line down the equal sign. Step 2, distributive property. Are there any parentheses? No, so I can skip step 2 and I can go straight to 3, which is combine like terms. So looking at this problem, the reason I divide it, is there anything on the left side that can be combined? No, it's just 38. On the right side, can anything be combined? Paige, what should I put together? I should put together negative 12y and positive or plus 1y. So let's rewrite my problem. 38 stays on the left side, nothing happened. But on the right side, I have negative 12y plus 1y. And what's negative 12y plus 1y? Gavin, what is it? Negative 11y. Perfect. Is that it? Good. That minus 6, nothing happened to it, so I bring it down. So now I move on to step 4, which is circle the constant and draw a square around the coefficient. Circle the constant, draw a square around the coefficient. Ellie, what'd you circle? Negative 6. And Ellie, what do you draw a box around? Negative 11. Because they're on the same side as the y. All right, let's use inverse operations to get y alone. I move the constant first. We got to make him feel special because he doesn't have a variable. How do you move minus 6?
Add some.
Plus 6 or add 6, positive 6. On the left side, 38 plus 6 is 44 equals, and on the right side, my x's cancel out because they're inverses, and I'm left alone with negative 11y. Am I done?
No.
One more step. Paige. Divide by what?
11.
Negative 11.
Yes.
44 divided by negative 11 is negative 4 equals, my negative 11s cancel out. I'm left with y. -4 equals y is a good answer. Alexis, what's a better answer? Y equals -4 is better. Then we check in our calculator. I should get an answer of 38. So I'm going to put -12 times, what's y? -4 minus 6 plus, and what's y? -4. Is it right? Yep, I got 38, and it told me 38 should be my answer. Let's do another one. Three parentheses x plus 12, close parentheses, minus x equals 8. 3 parentheses x plus 12, close parentheses, minus x equals 8. What do I do first? Draw a line down the equal sign. I also heard add a 1 to the x. Ooh, you can do it to both x's. Good call.
There won't be x's. Then you gotta do the parentheses, which is 1x plus 12. Minus.
Distributive property. Are there parentheses? Yes. So I circle the 3. Draw my arrows inside. What's 3 times 1x? 3x. What's 3 times 12? 36. But that looks funny. Why plus 36? Because it's positive. And then I just add on to the end minus 1x because nothing changed. Equals 8. All right. Step 3, combine like terms. Are there any like terms? Yeah, there are. Skylar, what are my like terms? 3x and -1x are like terms. 3x minus 1x is plus 36 because that is added on, equals 8. Step 4, circle the constant, draw a square around the coefficient. Circle the constant, draw a square around the coefficient. Christy, what's the constant? Positive 36, good. What's the coefficient? 2. Step 5, use inverse operations. How do you get rid of that plus 36? Joseph? Yeah, minus 36, negative 36. On the left side, my 36's cancel out because they're inverses. And I have 2x left over. Equals 8 minus 36, negative 28. Last step is to divide by 2 because that's the inverse of multiplying. X equals negative 14. Let's check it to see if we're right. So I'm going to type in my calculator 3 parentheses. Instead of x, I put negative 14 plus 12, close parentheses, minus, and instead of x, I'm going to put negative 14. I should get 8 as my answer. Did I get 8? Yep, I'm good. One more. One more.
Parentheses.
All right. 8 minus 3, parentheses, x minus 4, close parentheses, equals 4. 8 minus 3, parentheses, x minus 4, equals 4. Okay, I'm hearing 1x. I'm going to draw my line down the equal sign. And I heard somebody say the distributive property. Now here's the trick. What gets distributed? Negative 3 gets distributed. Did anything happen to this 8 at the very front? Bring it down, 8. Negative 3 times 1x. Negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4. Positive 12 equals 4. Combine like terms. I'm going to put 8 and 12 together. Ladies and gentlemen, what should go first? Negative 3x should go first. Why negative 3x going first? Because the variable always goes first. So negative 3x goes first. Then I do 8 plus 12. And 8 plus 12 is? Positive 12. Is 20. How do I write that? That looks weird. Why positive? Because it's a positive answer. 8 plus 12 is a positive 20, so I put plus 20. Do you remember how to do this? Equals 4. What do you circle? Plus 20, positive 20. What do you draw a square around? Negative 3, minus 3, right? How do you get rid of that plus 20? Minus 20. On the left-hand side, I'm left alone with 3x. My 20s cancel out because they're inverses. Equals 4 minus 20 is negative 16. It's negative because negative 20 has a larger absolute value. So the answer has to be negative. I divide by negative 3. My negative 3's cancel out. And I have x equals 5 and 3/10 repeating. Is that right? Somebody check my math. Negative 16 divided by negative 3.
Stand up for 1 second.
Negative 16 divided by negative 3, does it equal 5.3 repeating? All right, let's check it. I had to round, right? So my answer should be close to 4 because I rounded. So 8 minus 3 parentheses, and instead of x, I'm going to put in 5.33333. That should be enough. Minus 4, close parentheses. And my answer should be close to 4. It's not going to exactly be 4 because I rounded. Is it close? So I know I'm right. All right, again, draw a line. That's not new. Distributive property, technically not new because we've been doing the distributive property for a while. Combine like terms, technically not new because we've been doing combine like terms for a while. Circle the constant Draw a square around the coefficient. Not new. Use inverse operations to move the constant and the coefficient. It's old information. And check it. So we know to do all this stuff. The new part is combining it all. Get out a piece of notebook paper for homework.